see him.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Trojans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Fletcher. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juiced.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on them throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal.
Number 48, substitute on the field.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. offense working from the pistol. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the left. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He's inside the 40, the 20, 10. He is in. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Running inside, it's Jordan. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking left. Makes the grab. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the left. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Might have a chance. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Never a doubt. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Mensa moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Fletcher. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You said,
guys, look at this. You're surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running inside, it's Jordan. Got a little grass. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Trojans will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Mayava. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Trojans. Fit it in the window for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll start the return inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking for a gap. It's Fletcher. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. back at it after the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. Could not make his way to the corner.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Here's Mensah to throw. Hauls it in. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They're looking to throw on second and short. Couldn't connect with his man in the end zone, but they're going to back up after this penalty is announced, I believe. And after the defense forces the intentional grounding, it is third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I absolutely understand wanting to make a play for your team, man, but you've got to know when to give it up. You're at this part of the field, man. This is the part of the field where you throw the football. You get rid of it. You don't take a sack, because what that does now to your field goal operation, it makes it a lot longer. Now the decision becomes a lot harder for this offense when he could have just thrown the football away and not taken the big loss.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the right. It's caught.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
He makes the grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on third. Got it. Brought down at the 33, gets the job done. It'll be first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people in the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
The run inside. It's Jordan. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Trojans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Here's a heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Slams ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Looking to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the move, it's Fletcher. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field.
Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Canes are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. throwing. Mensah. He wants to go deep. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. From the gun. Rushes on him. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Well, the defense is fact. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Runs through a man. He might have space. Touchdown, Canes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense in an empty set. He might want another play. Back to pass. It's Mayava. Pocket breaking down. He's got the tight end. Gets it inside the 40. Brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Under fire. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's a good sign for this defense, man. The first 2 drives, they put scoring drives together. And they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the 3rd downs, nice job coming up big on a 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Mensah. He unleashes a long one. Got it down the field. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It is good. And now they take the lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas taking on the Florida State Seminoles. And it's the Longhorns looking to move to 4-0 on the young season. And they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling card of this program. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Finds a spot in the middle. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Jordan. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country, and his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job game tackling as this game goes on.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got a man. It's Gilbert. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Canes want to move quickly.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Here's Mensa to throw. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pulls and fires complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Throwing, Mensa. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out.
Going for the big play. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. On fourth down, going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the back.
Bubba. Booster. Chip.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. He's got him this time. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Trojans headed quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The offense changing the play.
On the level. Break. Hydro. Move. Freeze. Sweep. Where did he go?
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jordan. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's second and long. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The sack makes it an even longer third down chance for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Throws to the tight end. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
punt is in the air on 4th down. Wants to return it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got his man. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Gilbert. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. They'll try to snap it quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
That's caught. It's Gilbert. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Mensah. Oh, they're after him. And they got him. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense. Being back, understanding it's 3rd down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football. Go down. Be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man? You make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense. Being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Tight end now in motion. The run inside. It's Jordan. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Mayava. Under fire. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Bringing it back. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Miami. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. The mission pretty clear here. This offense must have a touchdown. Might be changing the route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to...
Here's a little room there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Here's Mensah to throw. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Running inside, it's Fletcher.
And this is a moment with the lead late on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Flying out to the left. The 30.
That play could not have happened at a better time through this defense. You're trailing within one possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the interception. Here we go. An opportunity now to at least go down and tie the game.
Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. That pick by the D might have saved their only chance to win this game. Now they got to put together a drive. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for 2. You got to dial up your best 2-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
A gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the 2-point conversion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Final seconds of the game. They can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point, because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way. At the end, it was this team that made the most plays, made the fewest mistakes, and they've earned this victory formation.
And by the way, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than playing defense when they take knees. Like, it's a helpless feeling. There's nothing you can do. You have so much rage inside you. You just want to hit somebody so hard, and they're just taking a knee, and you just got to take the L.
Going with the counterplay here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. Off play action. Looking for space to the left. He's got it. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
And how about that? They definitely fooled the defense late in this football game. The clock is their friend. They can just run the football. They go with a little play action, catch them off guard, and Palmer, I think that should do it.
Yeah, it's tough for a defense in that situation, too, because you need to get the ball back, so you have to sell out. And as soon as they saw run.
Could be an alley. Makes it past the marker. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The corners are walked up tight. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Hand off from the gun. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.